Worth of calories, we're back with another episode. And we are starting off with MyProtein's Authentic Doner Kebab Meat. So, on a very early Worth of Calories episode, I did the chicken one. And they've now brought out a doner one. Now, Iceland, the MyProtein range is available in Iceland. This isn't an advert, by the way. I'm just informing you. Iceland have a range called Grill House, and I have reviewed their doner meat on a previous Worth of Calories video. I have no idea what episode. You'll have to have a scan through. And that was really, really good. So that's kind of what I'm going to be comparing this to. Now, per 100 grams cooked, this is about 85 calories less and about 6 grams of protein more from memory, as I have posted this on my socials. So, you're either going to get more volume for the same calories, or you're going to save a few calories and get a bit more protein with this one. But the important thing is, does it taste any good? Let's find out. Here we go. Nuke to perfection. You can air fry it, microwave it, or pan fry it. That's what it says on the packet. I've heard varying reports from people saying it's better air fried, but the majority seem to think it's better microwave. So that's what I've done. I put 70 grams in here, which has ended up being 60 grams cooked, which is just under 200 calories. Right, without further ado, let's try it. I've had 2 bites of the cherry, and that is absolutely delicious. I think I've microwaved it just a little bit too long. I did it for a minute, and then separated it all out, and then did it for another minute and a half, and it's just slightly chewy. Maybe it's better in the air fryer, I don't know, but that doesn't take away from the taste. That is absolutely lovely and perfect for a calorie-controlled fakeaway if you are fancying a kebab. Now, I am going to judge it on its individual merit. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to judge it on its individual merit, but yeah, I've got a little Turkish Greek flatbread here. So let's make a little bit of a kebab and give it a proper taste. So I've got a Greek flatbread from ALDI that I've just cut in half. That's about 110 calories. I put 50 grams of doner meat on there because I've already tried a little bit, which is about, I think, 125 calories. And then a drizzle of this stuff, which is 70 calories. By the way, this is amazing on a kebab. It is calorific, but worth the calories, house dressing. Calorific, but yeah, it's great. Anyway, this is where we are at. Let's give it a chomp and see. Absolutely delicious. Just like having a kebab from your local takeaway, honestly. MyProtein, you've absolutely nailed that one. Perfect, fake away, calorie controlled, slightly healthier maybe, doner meat. And it's absolutely delicious. That's the most important thing. Do you know what? That badger is getting a big Real Lost Boss seal of approval. 10 out of 10. Worth the calories? Absolutely. Right, next up, worth the calories. Last week I went to ASDA shopping. ALDI used to do, in fact, I've posted this on my socials and everyone's like, ALDI still do it, Neil, or it's come back into stock. Anyway, a pea and ham soup. And it was amazing. It was low calorie, high protein, high fibre, which you don't really get in a soup. Yeah, you could just take a standard veggie soup and whack loads of chicken into it. Of course you could, but sometimes it's nice, you know, especially if you're going to work, you just want to grab that, take it with you. Anyway, went to ASDA, saw this one, Bistro Pea and Ham Hock Soup. I love a soup, especially in winter. This little monkey, for half a pot, because it is a big portion, I'm just going to have half. I was tempted to have the whole pot, but I'm not. I'm just going to have half with a nice bit of toast, and I might have a bit of something afterwards. Anyway, half a pot is 180 calories, 13 grams of protein, 7 grams of fibre. I've got 2 pieces of Jason sourdough, so that's going to get dunked in it. But anyway, let's see what this is like. Let's cook this badger up. Another one in the microwave. And see if it's any good. And here we go, nuke to absolute perfection. I apologise now for any slurping that might happen in the next few seconds. But anyway, let's give it a go. Second up. That is absolutely delicious. That is lovely. Really, really nice. A couple of chunks of ham, but it's shredded, right? So it's not like squares of ham. It's just little bits that haven't quite fully shredded. But most of the ham's shredded in there. Whole peas, but it's got a good body to the soup. It's pretty damn thick. It's got a little hint of mint as well, which works quite well with the old peas. Jason's protein sourdough. Oh. That is absolutely delicious. Yeah, that's a really good soup. I think the ALDI one is slightly better. Just slightly, though. Just slightly. If you don't shop at ALDI or it's not in at ALDI, this is a great option. I'm going to give it an 8.3 out of 10. Is it worth the calories? Quick, on-the-go lunch. Decent hit of protein, decent hit of fibre. Match it up with some Ace bread. Yeah, absolutely worth the calories. We're back. Now, I think this is number 3 for this episode of Worth the Calories. But we have got, is it Puertec or something? I have no idea how to pronounce it. Anyway, this is a high-protein shake from Home Bargains. 217 calories for this entire bottle for 35 grams of protein. That is superb. I like a pre-made protein shake. It's quick, it's easy, it's convenient. But you tend to find with pre-made protein shakes, they tend to be a bit more higher calorie and a bit less protein than if you make your own sort of whey protein powdered shake. But these, yeah, a little bit more calories at 217, but 35 grams of protein for 270 calories is still great macros, especially for a pre-made shake. And one of the big advantages of a pre-made shake is, if you don't like the powdery, and not all protein shakes are very, very powdery, but if you first start taking protein shakes, if you don't mix them well enough, they can be a little bit powdery. These aren't like that, normally, right? Now, one of the best pre-made protein shakes is Aldi's, the Cowbell, I think they are. The chocolate one, I think, is 180 calories to 20 grams of protein. Well, this has got nearly double the amount of protein of that for just another 37 calories. But the important thing is, does it taste any good? It's going to taste good. That is the important thing now. There's a method to my madness. I've been chucking this about everywhere and shaking it like mad. You've always got to get these a really good shake. Anyway, I think they're 99p. There's no added sugar. Low fat. There's not a lot not to like, really. Anyway, up yours, down the hatch. I think I meant to say down the hatch, up yours. There's a girl that does that off TikTok. She's brilliant. I've not seen her for ages, actually. She's not been on my FYP. But anyway, yeah, I think I got it wrong. Let's have another swig. That is absolutely lovely. It's just, I'll be honest with you, it just tastes like a standard sort of higher protein, pre-made protein shake. Little do one, very, very similar. I wouldn't be surprised if it's made in the same place and put in a different bottle. But that is really, really nice. Nice and chocolatey, nice and smooth. 217 calories to 35 grams of protein. It is amazing macros. Superb mid-afternoon snack, maybe as a quick on-the-go breakfast if you're not feeling too hungry but you want to keep your appetite locked up till lunchtime. Don't need a bowl of shreddies, you need one of these. Anyway, yeah, that is decent. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Worth the calories? Absolutely it is. Next up on Worth the Calories, we have got Skinny protein bars. I've done a post on this recently. I have a real love-hate relationship with this brand. I just don't like that word association on there. I know a lot of people feel the same about the word protein because a lot of people like it's a marketing gimmick, it's this, that and the other. But generally, if something's got protein on the front, it has got more protein in it than a standard product. What I hate about the word skinny is a lot of people that don't understand about calories or how we lose weight will just see that and think, right, well, I can just eat them, as many of them as I want to, and I'll consistently lose weight. And it doesn't work like that. Actual skinny bars themselves are quite nice. They're really chewy. so they last ages. It's just that word association. Anyway, I saw these Skinny Protein. I don't know if they're new or not. It's not a brand that I tend to look at. And again, I don't know why. Less than 95 calories. 86 calories. Why don't you just put their 86 calories or less than? I don't know. Anyway, these are 86 calories for 5.2 grams of protein for 2.1 grams of fibre, which for something that's a bit of a sweet treat, it's all right. It's not bad. Anyway, the proof of the pudding is in the tasting. On the social media post that I discussed that I've got a love-hate relationship with this brand, some people said these were really good. Some people said they were awful. Anyway, not very big. But, you know, we'll give it a go. And I'll tell you if it's awful or not. Might as well finish the bar off, mightn't I? I wish they weren't, but they're lovely. They're really, really nice. They've got that chewy texture that is kind of synonymous with the Skinny brand. I think they're all, you know, all the bars are fairly chewy. Nice bit of crunch to them, which I like. They taste more caramel than peanut. I get more caramel than peanut. I don't really get peanut, if I'm being honest with you. But do you know what? As a little sweet treat, if you're having a little packed lunch, you know, got your butty, got your little yogurt, fancy something a bit sweet afterwards. They're just a better option. They've not got stupid amounts of sugar in them. Got more protein, got more fibre than, say, a normal, you know, Kit Kat or something like that. If you want a Kit Kat, obviously have a Kit Kat. I wish I did, but honestly, the important thing is they taste pretty decent. They do taste good. Will I eat another one of them? Yeah, absolutely. I'll finish the box off. Still hate that word skinny. These don't make you skinny. It's all about calories in, calories out. But these are a pretty decent, low-calorie, sweet treat that has a smidge more protein in it than, well, quite a bit more protein in it than something like a Kit Kat. It's going to keep you a little bit fuller for longer if incorporated into an overall higher protein diet. I'm giving this Skinny Protein bar, do you know what? It's pretty nice. I'm going to give it an 8.2. Is it worth the calories? Yep. Last up today on Worth the Calories. Last up for this episode of Worth the Calories. Brand new in ALDI. I don't know if they're a permanent thing or not, but they're in there at the moment. Protein Crumpets. Oh, you shouldn't get your protein from crumpets. Well, why not have a crumpet? Or if you fancy a crumpet, why not have one that's got a bit extra protein in to fill. Last one for this episode of Worth the Calories. Brand new in at Aldi. We have got Protein Crumpets. Oh, you shouldn't get your protein from crumpets. Look, if I fancy a crumpet, and I want to have one that's got more protein in it than a standard one that's going to help fill me up, I'm going to have one, all right? The important thing is, does it taste any good? Well, I'm going to whack one in the toaster and we'll find out. All right, one crumpet in the toaster. Let's tell you a little bit about them. So you get 2 in a packet. I can't remember how much they are. But anyway, per pack, 342 calories for 22.8 grams of protein, which for something that is basically carb-based, to get that amount of protein is pretty damn decent. Now you might be like, that's pretty calorific for a crumpet, Neil. One of these is equivalent in size to 2 standard crumpets. So if you look per 100 grams, I've done this on social media, if you compare 100 grams of these to 100 grams of Warburtons, you basically get double the protein for a smidge less calories. And when I say a smidge, I think these are 170, I don't think I can read it off the packet. These are 171 calories per crumpet, and Warburtons are 176 for 2, basically, which is 100 grams of those. So they are 5 calories less per 100 grams and nearly double the protein. So in terms of macros, compared to a crumpet, because that's all you should be comparing this to, is a standard crumpet, not chicken, not eggs, not steak for protein, or a protein shake. Compare them to a crumpet, they're pretty damn decent. But yeah, as I say, it's all about, you know, how they taste. Anyway, someone on my social media called a crumpet a butter sponge. I love that. So the butter sponge is in the toaster. We're going to whack some butter on it and we'll see if it's any good. One crumpet, it's hot. Does anyone else have to like absolutely toast their crumpets to death? Anyway, I mean, no one eats a crumpet like this. No one. Or if you do eat a crumpet like this, you're a bit weird. But I'm going to try it with nothing on, right? A naked crumpet, as it were. To be honest with you, with nothing on, it just tasted like a normal crumpet. Now we've got a nice bit of the old butter on there. Let's try it again. Absolutely delicious. Yeah, absolutely banging that. Literally just tastes like a normal crumpet, but it's got double the protein. What is there not to like? Absolutely banging. I'm not even going to say anymore. Get some of these. Super toasting. Super toasting, is that a saying? I have no idea, but I like my crumpets really toasted. Get some butter on. Turn it into a butter sponge and enjoy it. And that's going to fill you up a bit more than a standard crumpet. We started worth the calories with a 10 out of 10 with the old kebab meat, MyProtein Authentic Doner Meat. And do you know what? Because I absolutely adore crumpets, we're going to finish on a 10 out of 10. That is exactly what that badger is getting. Worth the calories? Hell yes. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of another episode of Worth the Calories. We're back in the RLB office. We've got a new RLB logo behind me. Anyway, get in the comments. Let me know what you think about any of those foodie products. Did you think I was right? Have you tried them? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Is there anything you're looking forward to trying? Honestly, the doner meat and those crumpets were very, very good. Sublime, as it were. I'm sat here now thinking, how would doner meat go on top of a butter sponge? Maybe that's a bit too far. Anyway, yeah, that's it for another episode of Worth the Calories. As always, until whichever way you're seeing me, make sure you are bossing your weight loss.